Bam, Midian go for say was say good to say bam. DL Cassia body a hintano, no near Pahontoma.
DL News.
It's official. DLFM 106.9.
Yamamo akwapa. Afi tumlikande shayen ewo Facebook. Ana afi YouTube ni emfa kasebo no enchire mankasa ensemo. Ya shaka kasebo na se e de free o my Ghana aposifo akache. Na meka sei o my Ghana posi sahene yem papa Christian. Tete yehono oden smart dwe enchire mam. Ghana Post Service mrante mamodene ne manum yata. Wanum enye hwehwemu emfamfa ensem ya beto dwa wa fonten so say. Ghana Post Service mrante bi akwa makro no bobi akoso wakebi. Eno no ewe piemante mamu kiremu am. Ene me wo fa sibe ye mobile money. O matumi akọ wia ne sika ono fon so 400,000 Ghana cedis sikam 4 billion. Eno makwa na o matwe sika no e de afiri owurai efon so. Na IGP Nkrataba Bontene kiremu am. Na nsa beto dwa wa fonten so say. Ene aposifo bi etimi akwa yere mba mani vendor bi ayi ni sika nyina de friend phone so ma brante na ni han pa nya sem kuma kram na IGP Nkrataba Bontene kirem say Ghana Post Service o de ato mo ne moden ama emranya adwuma na mo hwehwe mo fitiri so nkosi ase na nokure bi ewo mu no endedi na apostifo nyina so no mo hwana mo a wo betumi atu ade afa ho na post sahene yam papa Christian tete yehono kirem say Oma moden afra owura na oyemba mani adwuma ameka sei omususu se nipa bi a omoye Ghana Post Service mrante awi omusika no oma moden ane na de nkomo ebisebisa no enum nsam ne ade ameka sei omo no edi nkomo abo asabe ya ombetu na mompa ede afa sa nkwanhia etu no ehum na Ghana Post Service kiremu a yemfanto Ghana fo nyina nim sei wombekọ so abadwumaden ahwehwem na sanso abeto abonte no kura bi ewo mu no etimi ededi na de beto dwa bia nso no wo munsi Ghana fo aso e wo ho kram na mo kiremu a Ghana fo kan yakoma emfato eyem efize Ghana Post Service etayachi wo mbeya adwuma so no afasa ansem abeto abonte no mahundu kura wo mbia na boa se beya atentene ebeya adwuma ede beba mani wura na ni sika fo na Ghana cedis ayira no wa mmode atu hwanamo na wonom etimi aboa no tiwei ene nsama efri Ghana Post Service wonom sahene ya papa Christian tete yehono nchen a yede mu nkiremu esomo
Yentoa Kasiabone so na civil and local government a staff association of Ghana yetwa friend closer Apo a constitutional review committee for a proposal mode by a sanya beyanka controller and accountant general department for ebetimi Adjoa Agyei Sikapa Ministry of Finance na a closer for no akasa HM say controller and accountant general department for no a adom ye dwumeko mu esigina ya mo Ministry of Finance ase na emom so mo ba Adjoa Agyei ne de a adom etimi aposa proposal no na ya press conference e call so e Cry, a yo benembo some need that also nine. I want Fimpim Yenuni Adionunsiani moon. Anna closer for or more church for ye Mr. Bampoy Ado Ekasa no chemu say. So I propose I know mode by and a idea them in Timmy wants to be basans no musica semun suno ebetimi I am ray. And to I propose I need the idea of metimi apple. Now when or di tuja no chemu say, say you make a idea of mobile modian siege na ya for musica sem home. Into some mobile modian she Ministry of Finance na se betimi aboa and a basic sem no ebetimi akoye. Osanso ekasa ye HM say ya dia CRC for ne so the proposal bre a council of state send ye be an betimi afa nkrofo na some omobne eye omampani beka send ye be obetimi controller and accountant general no metimi apo proposal na send ye be ya oye omudwumadi omunsu di ne betimi akoso na omusika semetimi akoso ye send ye be ya ye dwumeko ni munso no mentimi ho asibia entimi enkoso.
We object to the CRC proposal that the Council of State shall recruit, vet, and make binding nominations to the President for appointment of the head of civil service with the assistance of the Public Services Commission. We recommend removing the special appointment arrangement under Article 193(1) concerning the head of civil service, which requires the President to appoint the head of civil service acting specifically on the advice of the Public Services Commission and aligning this appointment with the general framework under Article 195 governing public service appointments. For clarity, Article 195(1) of the Constitution states that subject to the provision of this Constitution, the power to appoint persons to hold or to act in an office in the public services shall vest in the President, acting in accordance with the advice of the Governing Council of the service concerned, given in consultation with the Public Services Commission. If the intent of the constitutional reform is to depoliticize the public services, enhance professionalism, and promote meritocracy in the appointment of a head of civil service, then we propose amendment to the Article 195 for the Constitution that should read as follows. Subject to the provision of this Constitution, the power to appoint persons to hold or act in an office in the public service shall vest in the President, acting in accordance with the binding nominations of the Governing Council of the service.
DLFM 106.9.
Ẹni a wuti ye eye closer for executive secretary Mr. Bampoy Ado.
Yanto akase bono so yemfe ani mfa nkyire mu ewa pie mantemum. Na make say ndeduafo beboro etunum. Ena akofolidia prison service for hono moda. Na make say no. Eye justice for all programs. Dwumadi etodwa. Ewo maimu bo pa se be ya de hye omda de nduafia. Omonfumuso ne nhyada nyamfumuso bi a ha adwen pii no ma da afiase ache no na empanifo aboa na wono magya wonom no makofie kakra makoto mabraboso de sadwuma de we no aboa papa mene o man Ghanaian ena nya asem kuma nipa pii ena makoda na de afie a make say o mafo mo ho adi ni nyina ye justice for all program dwumadi no na ana no wukwade atwam na ye ndrada na yo benim boss ma wende toso 9 Jumade bi ko so akofo dua na duafo makoma kutunum ena mpanifo etimi aprapreche agya wonom ekram na mekasa mu kire mi say eye cases na ye makoma 31 cases ena mo de koye na mu makoma 4 prisoners ena ko ba se o mu say sa cases no o mu nyina nche sa koye nsempi na 2 inmates ahodon so mo lo fe wo mo e de ko sabi o mo adwene mu ha wonom so mo nkwankwaji treatment kakra hwe ade am emu mienu nso mo be ne ade na mekasa so 5 cases o master can out zeni nyina na kire din ena 3 cases makoma yensan so ton tenten so o matwam kura na make say justice for all programs no o mopa hontoma e wo mfempem mienu ene ensom 2007 ena o mo hya ase a aboa pa nipa beboro beye empem dumia ensa akire po ha nwotwe mekire 13800 na make say o munyina mpanifo aboa pa o magya wonoma 4,218 eyo mom do makwalo mand enu gina mu edema ha mjeche mu eduasam echiripo eduonum son 30.57%. Na make say wada mu chire ma Ghana Prison Service po adwumaden ahwe se nipa hodo a omada afiase ache na bia na mfom so mo ye na yakitua bi no omo boa na omagya bi se be ya edabre beda honom na nipa omaye bone a eso na ha adwen no omatumi akohyem na abo ma Ghana temo ne makonkan de ma omen na justice de ma court of appeal ya mame ekosia sewa asare botwe ekopem dwumede na se na okirim say in fact we ya na muto mutu se oman Ghana emra ya ne ko hu yipa esan so dwen nipa fa hodie ho internema o matwe ya de o mpese o moboa na oman Ghana wo kwan ne duafie ha hodo nipa pi na mu no bibia atumi akonkan afin so wono man ebi a o masem na beto o mo so na ebi kura na asem ne nhye da mu nhye da nyedu o masom kakra ye mo nkofie no mu nuanom so o madie wo abobora na oden no o mo so akoto aso na bibia atumi akoyie o de nsem sei eto nsentwerefo enim.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, under Article 14(4) of the 1992 Constitution, a person who is arrested or detained must be released either conditionally or unconditionally or on reasonable conditions if they are not tried within a reasonable time, even if further proceedings may follow. However, what amounts to a reasonable time has not been clearly defined in law. This lack of clear standards, together with certain institutional challenges, has led to many accused persons in Ghana being held on remand for excessively long periods without trial. In some cases, detainees have spent even more time awaiting trial than the maximum sentence that the offense they are accused of committing carries. The first Justice for All program was held under the leadership of her ladyship Justice Georgina Theodora Wood in 2007. We have progressively improved since then. At the time of the inception of the program in 2007, the total prisoner population was 13,800, out of which 4,218 were remands or pretrial inmates, constituting 30.57% of the total prisoner population. This high remand population contributed substantially to the then acute overcrowding in the prisons, which stood at 72.41%. It is refreshing and my pleasure to announce to you that as of yesterday, the 2nd of March 2026, data from the Ghana Prison Service Records Unit indicates that the total inmate population is 13,620, which comprises 1,745 or 12.81% remands and 11,875 or 87.19% convicts. Over the last 19 years, the program has impacted on the remand population in the prisons, bringing it down from 30.57% to 12.84% currently. We can attribute this marked improvement to good collaboration and capacity building of criminal justice institutions, that is the judiciary, law enforcement, that is the police, IOCO, etc., prosecuting institutions such as the Office of the Attorney General and the Legal Aid Authority.
Any awoti ye ono obo adwumaden ye pa so temuafo e wo my Ghanaian Court of Appeal. Ne den e de mame Justice Akosua Sewa Asare Butwi.
Yantua Kasiabone Sona Municipal, Metropolitan, any district chief executives, Asra Aban say, about Waste Management Fund, no share district assembly command fund, Nasina, or Momo Modiano Mumpejamu, Enfa, Emma, Esan say, no nam so, Anna Yahunidian cement me and Coso, Ewa Mompote Muhonom, Nayeta Kwa Insayem, a municipal chief executive, Ebeneza Kwabna, Ekasa, and Ochemu say, or Sra Aban so Momo Modian so betimi apeja common fan nim edi ama wam sane be yomo so beboa na omusumpuntu ndwuma mo ya ewo mensni nim ebetimi akoye omune nsamtwofo atwetwe nkomo ewo ye wukwada obenim bosom ne de toso na won fimpi mienu ene aduonu siani mu ana omo efa eye 2-day capacity eye building program parliamentary select committee for more local government and rural eye development for eye edema MMDA so mo ewa toye mantemu ana ye Mr. Kwabena ekasa ana ogiremu se sa sika omode mo amuni na na boa wom ema project ahodo ekoso ewo momensin no mutimi eye na mo sese ba waste management eye fan na ombetimi apeja mu ede ama wom bebre na timi ediscanes aye project ahodo ebi nso ewo bi wo hono ma wo so mutimi wie nti omo sra ban se ompeja eye waste management fan nim emfa ema wom.
There's most of things that we didn't know that, but this very section has opened our minds to it. The aspect of these bylaws that we are supposed to, promulgate. Yes, we have existing ones, but time changes and situations today will not be the same as the situation tomorrow. So that is what we have today learned. We know that we're going forward, going back to our assemblies, we are going to implement them. Coming back to the common fund. In fact, all the projects that you hear us mentioning there, all to the credit of the Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Looking at the chunk of common fund that comes to our district level, that has empowered us that we should do more. And indeed, all the district assemblies in the Western region, in fact, we have started and we are doing a whole lot. Some of us, we have even commissioned them. Some are in the completion level. Some too, we have also started then that we are doing them. So, my brother, this one is an insightful one. We pray and hope that the government will continue to be doing this. The aspect of the environment portion in the District Assembly Common Fund, that one, I wish that it's a bit increased because, refuse being generated every day, every hour, every second. So we spend a lot of money into our sanitation issues. So if government consider that one and also add one or two things to it, and administrative aspect of it, that one too is on a bit low. But
Enia wuti ye Mr. Ebenezer Kwabno no ana ye municipal chief executive at the Matakwa Insayim.
Yanto akasiebo no so na yenyina mu onkra popre mantemu na sabe to dwa se ne o my Ghana. Ye nuan mo maya ene mai bi ene plantain chips kurayim. Wote kai ma na mfifire na opa bibia de na nya hwento anum a plantain chips ya de akono. Wo plantain ura memesra fabra na menhwe. Wo de no ekokwa na se ebunu ni bia na wakyerem na ja watobi na ye de prepare kira na ekoso a magana ba bia na trotro na yetimu a ene etukwa kokuma ase na de nyina ye to no kwan so da na beto dwa say yes amayi de white polythene rubber ena omode egu anwanum di kan enane ono ansa na womode je say body no kra otwa na ketenkete di agum sebe ya body no ombo modern no omuchi wi a ebeche na esi wacha enye tufu na nsei na nsem we na ma na omoche plantain tira mo se ehene ne ha entini pa ben na satan abone pa so megu omani maso megu omadwuma mfa ma omosa pa so mbetumi atena se na omoche plantain na omatimi anane white rubber plastic rubber na omode agu anwanum ansa na omode bode na guse nipa meje nkwawe ana nya de mbetumi ayesena aka ne sa de munya sa adwuma no kram na omayo ya kyerɛkyerɛ mu a yenu ansem twani ba ko a oye adwuma ewo Sompa FM ohene ni adazewa omu kyerɛ mu sɛ mami akwatena Sompa FM Kumase sɛ wane mo ma na omobɔ modin akye plantain chips okrom ha sei no saa na motuo no mutuo na omode nimpa pɔ muden edi agro enti no wakaka ne kasafidisi makɔgye ta menne omadwade ya nyina yɛ basa omode plantain chips ko gyina kwa ho akyɛ sɛ Ghana fo abo yemfitan duku ye ne yemeto rubber nkodie na ya pɔ muden kɔka sense ma na enti free ne ko plantain chips no ye ntobio enti na ma adwuma ne egum ne no na emaya yi ene omunkabom conference ntwefo nhyiamum na de ye kase bokopio na mo kyirim sɛ in fact saa nsɛmsɛm na ba bonten no kura bia nim eye hoda sam na eye nipa bi na egu omanum ase kekene sabe enti ombetumi de rubber white etimi de aguango mache na rubber na kura woche ebeye na wode brode aka ho de ede anim guase enti nsɛm no kura bia nim wa mo kyire mo de adesere de ato aso ehwe manga na inuane ye dikoyemu ena visa no mo de so mo de ahwehwemu kama mekyere Food and Drugs Authority mpanifo hwehwemu ye na mmeka mu no kura nkyere Ghana fo se nsɛm no eye no kura na nya no kure sebe be boa na betumi asa na wore mo honam dwumde omudie no o matumi adi ne ye na o mo so nya kakra de ahwe mabuso mo kyire mu a enipa mpempem titiri ne ma no ene mebunu ene mo ye adwuma we ma o mo saka o ma no endise ne semtwene bi ba bonten be kan se megu o mani mu sisa ne ye gu o madwuma tempanifo nso de na nte saa ne muguase ya ba no ekom na be ka wo no mabusua
from Kansua to Jowlu Junction ye nyina ye kan ye ho abom ache mota ahemfa babia Waja Junction
DLFM.
Makati Obia Sakama Junction ye nyina ye ba kwa kan ye ho abom edin ya kitamin eye dinya ye nya e ba hanom sei obia representative obegina ma no mefria na ba ana ya gigi obia numbers ye na ye kwa ye ho abom sei ye funkro mu ade efi se brifri bra me chisa se me chi plantain be sisabre me hu da so be the rubber ache plantain ni eto sumi no Ghana fo yes ramo benifo se kanenti na akato yanto ade na se me ba ko school na sa ye metoni yanto me dan tu school fees akolan be dan to aso akọ school yansada yansayem yankoto dwagufom yes ramo yanto waduane nton yare
nda waje junction fo nda wontu ku ya atu ye ku nti yale ba bosho wona ade na wache no be bia ache wono awa ba wa behwe waje ehina wo de atu na wa kire Ghana fo de da mon ko fu de mo po woncho wodi wo huni wo brode no roba bia la nima ye beda wana asi
no ni maka ma aka mi mu ele na kwa ka bokoke roba nshi shimbo no maka ma aka ka bokoke ko hie e pa hie ehi e ja ka ni no ba roba no ko wo chemicals le no na e afa ye mo musu e wo ka bokoke ko hie o min palefa nkotodwe ya shipon min palefa ni kan le mi e pa ko ni ho mo na e ja no e ha wo ko na ko no ga ko wo bi ke wo woku
ma de kan to mo ko na roba ko to na plantain o ela ba mia mo e ko mi le fie e kunye do mi le anyala dis ma plantain to mfia ma plantain to about 25 years ya 25 years ta ye ma ko de ka po ye ma wo amagbogbo ho plantain ko mla hye ka kana le na ma ko 50 me ba $1 sha de bagban bi me ten po ha me adu ta mi de kuku na Ghana Ghana to mi de kuku na Ghana to ba mi maten gbegbe ko ga ko da hye na wo mi na poma no nyi dumu ta mi de kuku no kom de hye de na mi dwun o mi wo mu de pepe o
Anibra has come we Ghana Emma any mebuna wonom eche plantain na ye fani say plantain chips yi tonton o manyim na mo bobna say ye gu amoni mu ase pa amaze so madwuma de ni nyina basa inti ye ha omno mabusu anti sansensem no omunyai kra na se de omo kakasa na mafilipa 25 years wachi plantain papimo honti bidda na mo de dakro pe abegu madwuma e ka sen ye nto akase bo no so ade na wo sirisiri se plantain me se ma ye nyina ye to no kwan ho e guy pa
o chi wo fi anya se ne ya o to wa bontinu enti no so mo wo e bia special we bi o mo ya o be ti
guy pa
because to wa bonte ye kama
se o de a o chi no ne de o ton no so ye ne special se be ya
so mo nchire ye se ne o mo ye ne so ye nchi bi wo fi
se o ji wo ko mo hansa ye nto aso
Yanto Akasiabo ne so na school for mo Ayetwe Senior High School ni wa Manse Central Aye District nim no e wa Santimantel mo se bia ya omotina esuade no enye kra ma disua ho nsem entimi enkoso ye ma chechefo so entimi nko enkoche mofra na de na se mofra wo honom edoso ye pa na baabi mpo omudi omuti betumpo no enya ade amofra no ewo bia ye so metino omudi besu ade no enya ade omuwo bi baabi a chechefo nso ebetimi adase bangalo ni nso na nya ade a omuwo bi wo honom eye bia ye nso so wo so mutimi eye omuhu ye na ye washrooms ni nso na nya ade omuwo bi ewo school mu honom nkonya omo betena so krampo no ayasem kese ede amawom school ni nso ye nto ho ntie no nam so ma ho banbo ho nsam so no entimi enkoso ye ewo ho na ya de Atwe Senior High School yen kan na ye junior high school ene omo pagya mu ana omo de ko senior high school won fimpi mienu ene eyedun watwinim asese no omo was eye building pe ewo honom na eye story building crampo na no campus honom na ya de Ghana Education Trust Fund for ana besi ye asa story building ba kupe ya omo de aye girls dormitory sanso ana hon ana omokotena esuade no ha adwinye papa esan sadenti ana dormitory mada na honoma na omosanso suade na jese mema nso wo honoma na eno so akwakoye oha okese ede amawom na omo ni di okase bo twetwe nkomo e wa bro mo SLC week ekoso ana omo headmaster Kwadwo Agyei apia edi tudwa na ochemu se esan konya ene niam ye di suade ne ye de trade ni honti no eyade adisua ho nsem entimi enkosie eto de bi krampo na so mutimi fa akola bi ewo school mo no mo so ontena fie san so oba ne krampo na hefa na obetena suade na nini na echimpo na ye mfimpi mienu ni aduonu num yi ma ye West Africa Senior School Certificate Examination eye wasin so he na mo tro nipa num eye school fo num ana mo nya aya grade 6 na cheso mo bo mo homodin ye pa into mo sra ban ene omo nsam wo bi so mo mbeboa wom se ne be ya disua ho nsam so no ebetimi akoso ye ewo school nim.
The challenges that we are having in the school is affecting the school in so many ways. First one, the dormitories that we have are not inadequate. Second, it is the classrooms that the government built when the school was big, that we are using it as dormitory for girls. And then the classrooms too, we've converted the little that we have as boys' dormitories. Concerning the academic work, based on these challenges, we haven't given up. Even 2025 was the results. About 8 of my students had aggregate 6 to 8, of which they both are waiting results, and they are now enjoying at the University of Ghana, Legon, and then University of Education, Lumba. As for the rest, aggregate 10 to 20, there are plenty. We presented about 200 students, of which majority, most of them had this one. As for the electives, they pass it, and then they call to the passes. Even the admission that we had 2025-26
DLFM.
because of the facilities. When the student comes, we just tell them that there is no accommodation.
Eni ya uti ye eye headmaster at the Atwe Senior High School eye Kwadwo Agyei apia.
Yanto akasebo no so de yemfa ye ne nkyeremu e wo man Ghana mahye bedwa fie. Na ebeto dwa nansen sei. Demoko mahye bedwa mba no dini a no kura ye nso eye adehye a wonom ewe futu mahye bedwane oniminyamfo Alexander afenyo kwame na osahene Markin. Ede nsem beto dwa kyeremu am Oswafo no hwe oman Ghana manwe nsem so. Mechere interior minister Oniminyamfo Mohammed Mubarak Muntaka se papai. Na nsen oman Ghana humbambo ku ahodo am. Wanom epa adwumayefo moden krata ba bonto kirema. Hyehyia do mde gu apon so na Frakadam ene flood o moye no enya semkuma. Na munam kuntuna se dwiri sika gu mbotom na wanom eskame Ghana de hye. Na nse beto odwane ko fanchi ni ashupi di ba mahye betwam. Ne sente mbomodea atwere nkrata ase ne. Oniminyamfo Alexander afinyo Marken. Ensema wo kan woni nyina so nti. Yade kwa kwagina mo privileges eye committee nanim. Na kwa kyerɛkyerɛ wo nsɛm na sɛ bo wo se ta emra kwan so yɛde wafa. Sɛ wotumi ɛde ho adansedi konso de ne ɛkyerɛ din wafa ho adi. Na Andra da mahye badwa kwa so na oniminyamfo Alexander. Afinyo Marken so na ɔse me wasɛm ka no mbisa so panin de asɛma. Ane sa wo wiem. Na se Mr. Speaker yɛbɛsrɛ mo ada. Ana no miama no koyi ka ma me. Say insan batu dwa edifa oswafo hwe oman Ghana. Yen amanwen sensem so oniminyamfo Mohammed Mubarak Muntaka no. We de eyamia mensa na mekae ma no kokotwea. Ekura osemaka nanso menweye. Entinsem na okaye ne nyina no. Momfa nche wanka ne ye kura na no na afom. Na we de odi hofo se koba ne sa. Enti de waka no osre papa momfa nche ne kura. Enu wa chenso. Na mo bia ampenifo tu ye nkrata semu nyina mo ye fa ho ne nyina no. Wo ma ne nyina yetwam kabia. Wo mo nyimfiri wo mo record mu kura ma mo nte ho asem bi sunne. Na wa bodi mo ase bo kwa akoto fom esonenam. Asam no gwatwa so kura. Wanye ne ye ba akokura nte penifo mfa nche. Na Emra Alexander oniminyamfo afenyo Marken kasa no. Ne chopa ni nie.
Mr. Speaker, the text of my concerns reflected so. It is hereby accordingly withdrawn. And, Mr. Speaker, as colleagues, when a member feels strongly about a statement which is unintended, the right thing to do is to withdraw and apologize to him. Mr. Speaker, I proceed to do so and to assure him that concerns that would arise out of any matter shall be properly brought to his attention. But on this matter, as I've said before, I will repeat it for Hansa, that anything related to him or his ministry is withdrawn. And again, apologies to him.
Eni a woti domukwa mashibadwam wanom panu tini oniminyamfo Alexander afenyo Marken. Na enu achi oniminyamfo Muntaka Mubarak Mohammed. Ono na nsemu eti ano na so ye ene ono so kirimi sei. Asamana ha ne papa na otiwei Frakadam onye bida fitirim na wofo de ne ba asase so soma wasumi so nukuredie na ode som Ghana fo enti pro ne kankan de ede entira na oniminyamfo beka asemu yi egunu ase wo mra omofa Ghana fo adwuma o kiremu asemu no aha ne pa edi ne modem na sade aye no obodetrim posa nka wonfa nche nanso sabe enipa yemfomso na so no agitum sade oye ne wanye ne yedi a empani sabe sabo no wanye chima yense ne bon enti wanya agi atum se wanye ne yi no wone so ajo cheopa no wage atum ekiredin.
It is painful to be wrongly accused or your action to be misconstrued and be labeled differently from the intention that you have, especially when it's connoted with criminality and heavy wrongdoing. I will be the first to always say that fight for the right thing to be done. Make sure that wrong things are not done. But let's not do it as though we intend to destroy each other. I am heavily hurt. I'm heavily worried. But who am I to say that I'm going to play God and I will not accept it? I accept it wholeheartedly, and I pray that this guides all of us. Myself, the hardworking service commanders that I have, the hardworking staff at the ministry, for us to continue to do the right thing. And to also assure the minority leader and the minority and the whole house that if there are anything that they think needs our attention, we'll be more than happy to look at them and address them. But I want to thank you, Mr. Speaker, because even if we go to privileges and a member that you are referring to privileges goes there to say that I'm sorry for all that I've said, it ends the matter.
Eni a wote your my Ghana swafo no hwe my Ghana manwen sensem so oniminyamfo Muntaka Mubarak Mohammed. Na ne kwa mu no na first deputy speaker of parliament oniminyamfo Bernard Hiafo echirema we de akura okaye na wasa wonwe na boa sabe wanyi chimti yense wo bon de am en small do ne nkrata ko de ko pie mu wo privileges eye committee no watwene nyina sensan ekire din inti nsem no ensi hwa na tu nkotwe de atwere.
I would order that the referrer to the Privileges and Immunities Committee for examination, inquiry, and reports is accordingly withdrawn. I will further direct that those words complained about said by the minority leader and complained about by the minority leader is accordingly ordered to be expunged from the record as if it does not exist. By so doing, the matter is put to rest.
Any actually, any outi on your first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, or the million for Bernard, and here for. Yenina we so na yanke kama adwere cha wanda beso ma wieni bi e wo Facebook no so enfan so mo na me wa fa se piaga de abadi free achem asafo ina o se mfim pim ye na aduonu nwotwa bato ne de NDC mapon adwuma na me wa fa se Eric Agyei de aba na o se tasty news kase bone mo de me da se na safo de aba na o se wo fa ni sikapa nie good work done or say the legacy of DL still lives on forever. Beda se nana safo ya minchira opi. Me wafa se Kofi Parliament edi bi aba na wochire mu a Ghana belongs to us. Let's together and move Ghana forward. Ohwe life edi free. Agwena Bobikuma apa na ode kasegbe efiri ode ama na gbe free ba enti. O se nyina yembum na Ghana yemfa nko bosha asase se fizo men ye nyina ye dia we kasebo na ye gina we so na yɛ de ne nyina asi nansa na ɛbɛsɔ so na woda bi efifikesie mu abande ko fidi kan na tu eno ase ansa because apraketwa no hu kɛse obobɔ enti we ya woda soronko a efiri ye maame ya de nyina ma presra fosu ye maame odobro ni o se ye mfa woda soronko enko emfama messages abra efiri ye mensa nyako ena efi nso Mr. Kwame mensa nyako odomo pa nene twede ya mpon nyankopon efiri ni konkro ebia honom edi ni nhira kase de ahira mo pa ena mawoda na mudie ne yesoronko kra ekiredi wei eya woda eye obolotwe esompa wa tretre pa enti domo no yesoronko na mo so oda mode na didi ya kire no de obeka nyina ne se twede ampon yankopon a ohwe Israel so ede wonom etwa pokoko no onto ne nhira so mfangu mu so de modem se beka nyina no enye nhira ene yedie o mabrabom o ma wonu mabusua ho ban na monkoso anya tema e ma afoforo se de moye ne de bia so wei aya woda soronko efiri ya maame odobro ni se yemfa ma messages abna efiri ye mensa nyako anafi Mr. Kwame mensa nyako nyamenya mukesere ma woda no onya ne soronko kra Kofi afi bo ame ne project we ma me we si awoda ye kwade ma Mr. Oh da bi o we ya Mrs. Janet atiemo ekruapem ekropon ehwo na awo so Mrs. Janet atiemo a wo ekruapem ekropon wawoda na adure twede yampon yankopon a na ni chine mia nyina ohira nipa na oyi nipa free so mena so de nisi mapon mako nwaso no ono twede yampon yankopon onya obambofo na onyiu prekope efra busuam na oma yedie ene kwatenten anya ochefa yempa ebo ne se ne twede yampon yankopon a woda so nko de ama wo no oma mu de enka wo no abusua nyina so happy birthday ekode mama says Janet atiemo awo ekruapem ekropon wei efri wafa atiemo Mr. wafa atiemo no se yemfa awoda sonko wei yemfa ma odo pa na modo ne de nyankopon okra jetem ntem kra mbeto aso enti na aso na awoda twato ndi akwa e de ama me wafa asa ne din e de Lenda osei na Lenda osei egwo manso akra yesum ehwo na wowo na oye adwuma wo Augustina Beauty Salon eno ewa Santemantemu Kumase ehwada woye adwuma so me wafa say today happens to be your birthday I mean shira opinu awoda no onya ne soronko enkwa tenten onyini kyerɛ yedie ene nimdie mu dɔ ene ewia yesre ediama wo yempa abɔ ne sɛ adwuma a wusua ɛwɔ yɛ Augustina Beauty Salon no Nyakopɔn ma bibia nya kama na Nyakopɔn ma okukua mu mpa ya wabɔ nyina no ontie ne nyina so pam na wabrabɔ ensi wiye pa Linda osei happy birthday enko emfama wei efri Samuel ofoli boaten a oyɛ DLFM asante mantema money anamani boni ono kura nso yɛ adwuma wo ntumi TV and radio todo abɔdam na ne sɛ miss call na ɔsɛ yɛmfa wo da so nko wei emfama ya ka kyerɛ wo sister sɔfo maame Francisca sɛ mekyia no wate manso ka kyerɛ ne sɛ mekyia no wɔfa mia na wɔfa nie ka kyerɛ ne sɛ mekyia no pa enti wei ɛno so no nti same ka kyerɛ ayi me wɔfa ase Linda ɔsɛ sɛ me so mekyia no me prepare kyerɛ ma no me wɔ ayi Queen 10 pesos bi wa am sɛ no ano ya de man nse hwe enti kasebɔ no ye di si ye so a me wo fa ase na Adjoa sik na pamfo na betena ase abesom so pane musemufo no eya Mace Mebela ntwene sɛ mu ede ema yen champion tele de ekopie mu ewo Facebook and of YouTube makasebɔ no wonya bi ehwe ye DJs gibi echinchim kasafrin from adesom ye wie akenkafo ye mienu dia meje so ye wo fa ɔse ade the one at Nhyiraba Kwadwo Sammy bi mene
Adjoa Agyei Sikapa.
Ye kwe ye de mo hye na Adjoa Siriki. Me wo fa se kwa me yefum. Ana afi nso. Sexy journalist. Ensa. Ene dwumadie no mu odesa no manam. Dia dwumadie no. So wantie bia. Ene ne walo wala. Imamu nyina mo ni tie ade hye.